watching all the time. They are our World Cup, I suppose we could put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Valve put up half the prize money, if I'm not mistaken. Might have changed since then.
They put
all of it?
up all the prize money.
Yeah, they do all the prize money, not everything else, as of a couple of years ago.
Okay. And we've seen that smoked off. Boomich didn't necessarily need to, but that frag, all of Navi have been hitting up the Krieg aimbots. It feels like they do rip with that fast fire rate, assault rifle poison. There's another example, Orp versus Krieg, and it costs Flamey just a second of his time.
They can't handle these one-on-one duels. Like the Orp is designed to dissuade them from making their way out towards A, take a few players down with him. His positioning, I have to be honest with you, the angle wasn't great there. It actually favored the Krieg. He had no fallback plan. He didn't have a tight angle. Just in the open, exposed to flashbangs, unless he nails a perfect shot, which was available to him. And he is going to go down with one at the very most. So it doesn't work out. They have to save weapons again. Simple is on the hunt, and he's going towards B, isn't he?
I am very scared for Complexity in this moment right here. This is not the man you want hunting you down and moving at that last moment.
Oh, you could see his floppy hat.
Yeah.
This is what nightmares are made of, having this man hunting you down, I'm telling you.
Oh, dear. We are going to have Simple on the hunt, unsuccessful. That's the angle I'm talking about there. You're exposed to the flashes. Normally a deeper angle, like Kenny S will be playing like 6 feet behind the corner. So if you do get flashing here to the safety of the wall and have a bit of a tight angle as they actually cross over, he was quite close to the corner itself and in the open. Would have liked a little bit more of a passive angle. Goes to the scout this time. Things are getting desperate out here as we see Electronic run down towards from Team Spawn, and the shot from Simple doesn't connect, but he has shown presence, got enough space to actually repeat this.
Oh, the molly's not deep enough.
Smoke will prevent his efforts, though.
So that's 4 CTs early A, dealing with what is typically 4 Ts early A, so I can't complain too much about that one.
Slower pace there. Go on, Chad.
I'm not going to lie. I came into this game expecting Complexity to take the second map after what we saw in Inferno. I know it was close. I know it was a 16-14, but Complexity just looked like the much better team.
Well, this is the thing. I feel like Dust 2 lends itself to a looser playstyle and playing on the fly and making sure you hit your shots. And that's why players like JW will comment on it and say this is why their favorite map is and why Simple and Electronica shows what they're really made of. And if you just give them a few heads, bit of spaceport with the smokes, and you can just go to town. With these Kriegs especially, doing God's work out there. B-split looking likely at this point. They've shown the same smoke towards Catwalk, just to pull some rotations in, put the fear of God in towards Complexity. Well, they finish up though. 40 seconds here. Back in towards shot. They keep destroying this A site. Same smoke again. Keeping them guessing.
These B defenders have been put on ice the entire game, so I'm hoping within the last couple of rounds, Navi go over there and give them some action.
There's the B-split. They've changed it up.
Config can hear it. He knows this is a little out of the ordinary. And Obo's done well to find Simple, and now Config with 1.5. Perfecto left all to his own devices now. Good damage inflicted onto Obo. He does not have the bomb, and that's going to be a problem. It's in middle, and with 7 seconds left, it's going to be a question of dying off before the time. He does.
Big kill for Obo, by the way, and considering their finances, he needed to keep that Krieg in hand. They've only got 2 Kriegs, an AK-47, and some money going forward. Obo can drop the AWP. If he actually goes down there, that's a massive deal, so well played to him.
See it from his POV as well. Gets the frag onto Simple. That was the crucial one because it enabled Config to actually go in for the remainders. Gets his onto Electronic, and that's the round. Big stuff from Complexity. 4 is not quite enough, but
6 would be.
6 would be.
Yeah, it's a T-sided map.
They've done the 4-man alien again, guys, and this was like a quick mid to B.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Your bonus in.
You said they're on ice, man. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to defend should they commit. It's only Obo at this moment in time. But look, already they've managed to react to this accordingly. No one was home, and now Config's got a cross.
Oh, that was such a ballsy play, though. There's a player already there. You can see the spam shot suggesting Electronic's not in this position. Blade makes a hook line and sinker, but he checks it. Unreal. We'll see them get the second frag of the round. It looked like that was enough. So the reason he's spamming that smoke is to suggest we're behind this. We're trying to just do some damage. It's just a default here. And Obo, he's getting some confidence now, Chad. That's a great shot.
With the save Krieg, you highlighted it. It was a big for him to keep it in his grasp. And now, well, it is making short work of Boomich. A double kill will be the 5th for Complexity. 6 will work.
What's
the words that left our mouth.
What's the money going to be left here in this last round? The lost bonus they're going to have, I believe, will be $1,900 going into that next round. So they'll have enough for a buy for sure. Perfecto on 3,500 right now. Simple, similar story. If Flamey can save the Krieg, that would actually be more ideal because he can't buy up much more. He's $700 and he has a Molotov and flashbang combo already. We'll see what he decides to do. It looks like he's opted to try and give this one a go. At least try and get the bomb down. Heading up towards short. Molotov down, and so is he.
Guys, when was the last round you remember Simple getting a kill?
Let me tell you, I remember saying, wow, he's on 11 for 3.
Yeah, he's definitely cooled off a lot. I'm going
4
back
deaths
through
in a
it
row,
now.
I guess, I would say.
I don't think he's had a kill since round 5.
Well, he's got the long spawn now, Chad. The best spawn he can get on Dust 2 on T side. Stay on board as Simple here. He'll jump over this initial wall. He'll be going for the pick towards the long corner, and you have to send the CT with the best spawn to challenge this. Poison taking it upon himself with a flashbang over. I don't think Simple's going to get there in time. It seems to be taking forever for him to get to that position. Flame will recover the AWP, and at this point it's a 5-on-4. They get 9-6. The way this started, there was 6-0 down.
Yeah, this is great.
This would be phenomenal. They would actually be feeling great after this.
And I can still not believe that Simple has not had a kill in this game since the 5th round. He has not had any more impact, at least in terms of the scoreboard, since then.
Well, there's certainly a correlation between Simple not fragging and Navi not winning rounds. You do see Config continuing to stand his ground here by doors. There's a lot of enemies around the corner. Does manage to weasel his way away. They have the man advantage, and it looks like they could lose it. The spray from Electronic, I rarely see double door spray do that much damage. It's on to Blame F. Chucks him down, good 70 or so damage. Oh, and a taste of his own medicine. It's Config who does the same to Electronic.
Final round of this first half, and we have got the bomb in towards the B tunnels here, Perfecto. So they're going to show the same smokes, flashes towards A, trying to pull them on that side of the map, but the bomb does join them.
It's so strange that he was on his own at all with the bomb. You never want that. You never want to be on your own with the bomb, especially in enemy territory.
That was walking through tons.
So it will be the A finish. He's done the CD spawn smoke, so this could be the drop position from Boomich, but he's so low, joined by Electronic, given the AWP, not known to be a sniper, and they're held off for another 7 seconds now. They're going to have to go for a Blame F, completely blind, will get one. That's the low HP Boomich, and at this day, I don't see a world where Navi win this round. Rush good for at least 1 kill. He needs it, to be honest, considering 3 and 10.
Time
8 seconds,
well.
1 kill will do it. That's all he needs.
And this is it. That's the frag he was waiting for. Rush confirms it. And this all started with Poison's frag onto Simple. Huge from Rush, a nice multi-kill to wrap it all up. But Complexity, they do it. They bounce back from a 0-7 start. Look at the highlights. They all got ignited by a quick 3K from Poison. We're going to quickly catch our breath, and we'll see if Dust 2 is the final map of this series. Dust 2, it's on second map, and Complexity are already back in the driving seat. We thought they were out. We thought they were in the car park. They were buying snacks. They weren't even in the race. Well, it turns out the second half of the first half, they did manage to solve a lot of their issues.
They absolutely did. Poison was MIA. He hadn't turned up to this series at all, but he lit the fire beneath the team with that 4-kill sequence towards the A bomb site.
Yep.
Then Blame F coming online with the 1 versus 3 as well. It saved the day. It got them in a position where they could 2-0 this, Chad. I'm starting to believe once again.
There's definitely a chance, and as we like to say, with this pistol round, anything is possible. We've got the GG.bet odds on screen for you right here, and this one, well, they think it's as close as what we do. Navi, hyper-aggressive, pushing up towards top of Mizzle, and Poison is standing and waiting behind this barrel. The flash will come out. He's going to pre-spam the spot, and actually Rush will save him, and Config will find one of his own. This aggressive play from Navi's falling apart.
Here we go then. They've taken the big man down simple towards short.
Still no kills since round 5.
That's a good point.
It's 11 rounds dry for Simple. That's mad.
Yeah, and that's just going to add to his frustration. This is a huge pistol round considering the scoreline. 9-6, you win this, potentially you'll tie it up. 5 on 3. It's never safe until the bomb's down and you found all the kills. They are going to give one up, though. No one's watching towards short, and here we go.
Okay.
Boomich will finally be silenced here, but I feel like there's still a few more twists and turns. How has it gone down to Config being alone? Why is no one watching short? They've all got their backs turned, walking towards upper B.
There's a chance here, though, the P250.
Flamey takes that fight. Config's having a bit of an issue, and Flamey pulls it back. Navi respond. Despite losing the first 2 frags, they win the pistol. That looked perfect for Complexity.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they felt like all 4 players had to make the same maneuver. With a minute on the clock, you've got a 5 on 3. You could have just held up, wait for the reactions, and then made your play, made sure it's safe, have all the holes plugged, and then made their way through. It wasn't a bad call going towards B. You have to go somewhere, but why is no one watching the extremities of the map? How is he looking at 3 players walking with their knives out towards the B tunnels?
Yeah, I mean, credit to Boomich for hitting the shots as well. I mean, Poison, again, he managed to find a frag despite his low HP. But now the force buy from Complexity. This is where this Dust 2 could be a quick second half.
Yeah, that's just not good enough from them. A 5 on 3. We know they consider themselves the underdog going into this one, and that might be enough to topple them. Luckily, though, 4 MP9s here for Navi. Only 1 rifle in the form of the FAMAS for Flamey. Might be the difference maker.
With these nades in Complexity's hands here, they're just going to do a bit of a default spread, and now congregate back through T-spawn, collecting themselves over towards long, potentially just going for a very simple cross strategy here. But first of all, they have to get past Boomich. He's going to throw his smoke out. That'll bait the T's to push forward. Can he defend?
Looks like he's having no issues on the first. Perfect flash from Electronic, and then making it as difficult as possible for the rest of them to find him and flush him out. The flashes are decent, but Electronic long range peppering away at them. The scout from Poison a little late to the party. He was focused on Boomich, and now already Electronic finding another one. The numbers favoring Navi in a rather absurd statistic now extended by Simple. Yeah, that's just going to be the hopeless commit to the spray, or the taps, I guess, with the Deagle. But 11 for Navi, and that's going to be an eco for Complexity. So things are going to get a little sticky, icky.
And Simple's back on the board. So he's finally found himself a frag after what was a bit of a drought there.
Just the nick of time as well. Full eco for Complexity now. 12-6 written all over this one. They're not really going to invest anything. Full eco. Get a short push going, see whether you can get that bomb down. It's pretty much your only bet. You got
This
a
has to be
Deagle
one of the
Robo.
hardest maps to be full eco on, wouldn't you say?
Yep, because all you can really do is get up towards short, hope that they kill 4 of you, and your planter can still make it up towards the bomb site itself.
Spaghetti-O. Simple pushing up long.
Yeah, they're getting caught with the pants down more often than not here. They were watching towards long. Fair enough, they only had Glock, so... Well, there's a kill at least, but it's only the MP9 finding them. So lots of money farmed there for Simple. He's got $9,000 here. Does he hold on to the MP9 or throw it over to Electronic and say, you can have this trash? I want the orb.
Thinking about it.
There you go, Boomich.
Gives it to Boomich, all right.
Well, Boomich has been looking rather spicy with it.
He's got the best long spawn you can get on the CD side. As mentioned before, the long system, you can't just say, you're always doing this, you're doing that. Whoever has the best spawn in today's game has to be the one there taking the challenge at the start. Ideally, you're AWPer, and he's got the best spawn, so he'll definitely go and look towards those long doors. But a smoker's going to land, but he might beat all of this.
He does, and he doesn't connect the shot. Blame good moves, admittedly, but uncharacteristic miss from Simple. He did have quite the dry spell as well, as Chad highlighted. It was 12 rounds straight throughout this map where he went without a frag.
Pretty unusual not to be saying Simple's name every single round, so to have that many without him doing a whole lot.
Yeah, he's got 16 still. I mean, that's kind of saying something.
Remember, it's Nuke to close things down here if required, which is looking likely, all things considered. Very good map for Navi. Complexity, we don't have a massive sample size from them. Smoke down from Boomich. Given the MP9, they've got plenty of money to upgrade those, but looking at the bigger picture, if you can win the more important rounds of these lesser weapons, then it's a massive asset financially going forward, and these guys can make it work for sure.
Are Complexity doing their best Navi impression right now?
It's the same setup as you got one holding towards the B tunnels, 4 in towards that pit position, and you're just waiting for your opportunity for them to use their utility, for you to get your smokes down towards the crossover. You can't really fall back and go short now. You're pretty much fully committed.
Yeah, and they just had 2 different guns down long as well. They had the AK and the Krieg.
So this is what we're talking about. When you hold up for too long,
The timing here.
CTs will get a massive advantage. They start pushing the map, but Config's ready for it. Big kill now, making the way towards A. The MP9 can only do so much. Can Simple do more?
He's burning.
He is burning, but he normally hits these. Alex, there's the one. But is it going to be enough? 20 seconds as the MP9 tries to deny it all. Can he try and pick up the weapon? Is that what he's going for? I think it is. Not going to see it. All he can try and do is deny the plant. Boomich will have to sit back and wait.
Wow, truly a taste of their own medicine. You get to see a Navi T side versus Navi, and even the config rotation, it's exactly the role Perfecto fulfills. Speaking of the devil, finds Flamey and confirms the save. Obo onto Boomich, who was just trying to be a bit of a ninja.
Those kills right there are important for Complexity, and Navi probably should have been considering that, because even though Simple and Electronic, they farmed a bit of cash there, well, even if Perfecto can survive right now. Look, the flow-on effects of this, it's not immediate, but it will happen very quickly if Complexity can string 1 or 2 more rounds together.
The fact they've kept 4 players alive, it bodes very well for the rounds going forward. They need to win another one. Remember, we had MP9s. If FAMAS is still there, there's still plenty of cash on the Navi side. This is a huge round. They can still purchase the AWP. Perfecto or Electronic can drop it. I would say probably the former, considering Perfecto already has the M4 here. So he'll throw over that for now. Electronic does drop the sniper, just to note, so he'll require another M4 here thrown over, which will come through. Final buy for Navi. If they give this one up, Complexity back in the game. If not, they're back to an eco, 13-7 down. I dare say that would be it. This could decide everything for them.
Perfectly painting the picture there, Henry G, and already Rush gonna go down. Perfecto, good trade. Right, continuing though, it's getting a bit hectic. Simple's missed more shots. Obo does find the frag, but so does Boomich. His nade lands at his feet just a second later. It's a good smoke deployed by Poison to try and retrieve that bomb, but does he want to do this alone? He's gonna have to. There's a gap for Boomich to fight. Oh, what an adjustment from Poison! Suddenly they've got a shot at this. We know how important this game is, or rather this round, and Poison's given them another shot, another bite.
Yeah, it's Boomich positioned himself well, but it was well handled from Poison. Config now a chance to backstab towards long. One player's Electronic, but he's at the platform position. He cannot be seen from the A-bomb side. As you can see, it's a very uncommon position in CSGO. Historically, has been very prevalent. We'll see whether it works out from on top of that long box. No one's checking this, Chad.
I'm not sure if he's going to even consider this whatsoever.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even be aware CT could get up there at this point of the round. You wouldn't even be thinking about it. It's a guarantee kill in my book for Electronic, but let's see if Config has other ideas.
He's not even. Oh, he did. He cleared it. I can't believe it.
That's insane. Well played.
And that's the round.
Respect.
They still have to cross long. Flamey's still waiting for this. He could hit 2 absolute bangers here.
He would have to, as long as he gets one. Oh, the flash is decent. They've spotted him as well. Poison, you've got the bomb. What are you up to?
Get your booty on the side.
Plan for short and get the job done. Let's not finish.
Molly CT after you're done. And eat your veggies.
That's all that had to be done. No kip for Flamey. He's got a nade for short. That's about it. He'll throw that momentarily, I'm sure. Poison really does fancy the challenge, doesn't he?
It's giving Flamey a chance.
They both are.
No, now and that's a terrible way to let it slip away. Flamey tapping at the heads as they peek.
That's rubbish from Poison, I have to say it. Like, he peeking for all the wrong reasons. You've given him a window there. You've painted yourself into a corner. You've forced Config to come out as well because you've made the mistake. He just needs to hold Gandalf. He got one towards shore. Flamey's alone. He can't handle both of you with the bomb halfway gone. How has he got 2 kills before even getting near the C4, Chad?
I have absolutely no idea. And
Oh,
they did all the
Config
hard
works so
work.
hard.
They did all the
That's
hard
just
work
rubbish from Poison. You can't peek like that. You got to wait. These rounds are too important. You might have just thrown the game with that play.
Yeah, look, we need to once again reinforce this. This matchup right here for both of these teams is absolutely everything. Both of them right now sitting at the bottom of the barrel of Group B. If they want any chance to qualify for the next stage of Pro League, this is a must-win game.
Yeah, I think that's what Navi reminded themselves after the first concede on Inferno. Well, now they're 3 rounds away from taking us to Nuke in this high-stakes game of Counter-Strike.
Look, if they get this one, Complexity could be back on track, but they've just made the task so much harder for themselves right here. That was almost a given round. That felt like it was done. As soon as the bomb was planted, as soon as that molly dropped, it should have been, that's all she wrote right there.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it's just unbelievable. That's the way they've given it up. After Config had to dig them out of the grave.
When we talk about, Alex, on death segments, and we say, you know, as clutches, you need to make mistakes for people to be able to win them in a lot of scenarios, that is a clear example, right? Flamey can only hit the shots that are gifted to him, but he didn't have to work hard to make those frags happen.
Didn't even touch the bomb.
Yeah, when he isolated Poison, Config did the right thing because he wanted to trade off of his teammate. But Poison with the AWP is unable to react as quickly as what Config is with the rifle.
Yeah. We got a second.
Good nade.
Perfecto is going to finish off what that nade started, and Config into the site trying desperately to keep his team afloat. They will be able to get across with that bomb. If I say that with bated breath, my goodness. Not bad with the flick.
I like this from Rush.
Go away, Rush.
Yeah, he just has to go away now. Knife out, go away.
He's got the biggest brain in the world if he does this.
Oh, it's throbbing.
They could still get in the back. I think the Simple still finds him. He'll spot him.
He's going to make it.
Quite.
Is he going to make it? He's made it.
Oh, Rush. Smooth enough moves to get the bomb down on A. Let's see if he can make up for his previous loss of the 1v2. That's so... Oh, my God, that's risky. And they get the info, get the kill. And that is going to be 14 for Navi.
Damn, Rush. I like the efforts there. Had to hit that first shot, but he's up against Simple and Boomich. You don't miss many. And there will be Simple recovering the obviously Boomich is waiting for the defuse there while he does so. Another clutch scenario and one that doesn't work out for them. In towards B. Seemed like the trades are working in their favor, but it was left down to Rush there. Had to make his way towards the A side. Did well to get the bomb planted, but time is running out now. Loss bonus still there for them. Still another buy with the bomb being planted, but it looks like Navi might have just confirmed themselves a third map, which is Nuke.
Oh, the game feels so close, but those clutches, these last 2 rounds back to back, that's the difference maker. Rush, I understand the repeat there. You know, in that situation when you're down, I'll give that to you. A lot of people would probably critique that and say, why is he repeaking? He planned it for long. You know, he doesn't know what nades they have. He doesn't know if they have a smoke. He's trying to equalize it into a one-on-one. So that there, look, I'll give him that one. And I love the brain play to go from all the way from the B site to A through CT.
It's all he could do. He threaded the needle there. It was quite nice there, I have to say. But it did give them a plant at least, Jad, which means they get a buy here. They get an extra $800 per player for getting the C4 down, and that's reflected on their current buy. You can see it wouldn't have been great.
Scuffed, isn't it?
They limp in with the scout. They still have the rifles, but you got Rush, Obo, no utility left over, a 1 minute 30 here. They have used a little bit to get up towards short, of course. But do or die time for Complexity here, on Dust 2 at least.
What's the strategy now? Bombs outside T-tons. And flash is perfect for the frag onto Flamey. Now there we go. That's the opening move.
Openings haven't been the problem. It's the closing of the doors that's Complexity. Maybe they were brought up in a barn or a tent. The tents still have flaps you got to zip.
Yeah. Close the flap. Perfecto. Struggling to tap instead, just a loose spray into one. That's just simply not good enough for the B side. We know how effective it is, or rather how difficult to retake it is. But it does seem like Boomich has got at least some sort of plan. Perhaps it is just going to be a containment procedure for the T's exiting.
Yeah, taking away the guns would be one of the best options right here for Navi. There's no need to rush this situation, but a part of me feels, and look, it's late. I've lost my mind. There's a lot of different things contributing to this feeling right now. But if Complexity can just tighten up these late round mistakes, I still feel that this game has a bit of
Bit more to it?
A bit to go. I think what I've seen from Complexity in terms of their approach, in terms of what they've been able to pull off, it's been quite good. It's just the finishing of some of these situations that has been the undoing.
I mean, this is what Blame F was talking about in his interview. Second,
Great.
that's a very good flash, but there was so many on the other side. Navi, they've got balls of steel, and we will see a broken CT side.
A bit of respite here for Complexity, perhaps. You can see the money's actually quite low on the CT side, but they did save the AWP and the Krieg. I dare say with the round buffer they have, they might just buy into this one. Time will tell. Could just go for the partial as well. Looks to be the latter with the Desert Eagle purchased by Perfecto and Flamey. They're looking at the bigger picture, which is what you like to see. And a few shots fired off by Poison. Up and down game from so far. Some very impressive moments, some questionable ones as well. Simple. First shot rattled off this time, not connecting. Up to 20 kills now.
Aggressive from Perfecto. That will be the opener, and a chance from Obo, but he now knows where one of the two weapons resides. Now they know where both are. And Simple,
no.
he's done enough. Make ridiculous re-peek into middle. I'm not quite sure how he got away with the second frag. Just backing away in a straight line, perfect sight line for the AWP. These preserved rifles have done all they needed to. 2 stars come in with 2 rifles, and 15 is now 2 frags away. It's Poison and Rush.
This is still doable. I know they picked up an extra weapon, but it's still very doable right now. Long control is given to Complexity. There's a smoke and 2 Molotovs in play. This deep one towards CT spawn will draw the attention, but as we can see right now, guess who's ahead of it? The Undertaker himself.
Smoke CT spawn. Looking for that map point. Simple. Looks almost certain to remove Rush from the equation here. It's a simple finish as well for Boomich, as we'll get things up and running for Navi here for that third map. 15-8. Just a matter of time, if you ask me. I don't think we'll be seeing 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah, now it is. I felt if they could hold them at 14 for a while, Complexity could have battled back into this. Here's the second.
This is what I wanted to
towards the
see.
mid doors.
I mean, just configs, when the call is AWP CT, you're not expecting that AWP to be pushing through the smoke that was just thrown.
No, look, I know we said it's not a force field, but at least it should offer up some level of respect. They're Simple with absolutely none in that scenario. And now Complexity, well, it's just a matter of how long until they have to pack up shop.
Prepare for nuke. 7 rounds in a row. It's a tall order. It's exactly how Navi started this game. See if they can get a repeat. Perfecto struggling on B. Good damage, and perhaps enough for Flamey to finish. That was a healthy player, but Rush's pre-fire is good. Catches him on the jiggle. Blame in middle wins his duel. No, he didn't. Hang on a second. It was Electronic, actually. I assumed he would go down. He only got cut down to 42.
Such low HP, though. This retake's still on. Oh, Rush, you gotta be careful, my friends. Makes his way to the platform. Good Molotov, though. Boomich will have to extinguish it. That smoke would have been valuable for this retake. Still with a good chance. Bomb not there at the halfway point. Flashbang goes in. That's the cue for the players to make their way through. That's a good shot from Boomich. Needs a couple more where that came from.
Poison's actively fighting. He's been peaked, double peaked, in fact. He can't quite deal with it. They'll check config together. He has to be so precise. And
Great
Boomich,
retake.
a fantastic performance from the in-game leader again, secures the map. Navi will take us to 3, and it's confirmed as the defuse puts 16 on the board. Complexity, sure. Valiant comeback in the first half, but a couple of oopsies haunting them in the second.
They fluff the pistol on Dust 2. Surely they don't give this one up. A 4-on-2 situation. They've been battered and bruised. Rushed down to 4, but he swings up first. I don't mind this for Complexity. It does give a chance at the headshots, though, but that should surely close things down here. Big kill from Obo. If he gave that up, Blame F as low on the other side of the map as well. Certainly a risk as they swung through there, but I didn't mind it at all. The fact they just stopped them actually planting the bomb, getting anywhere near it, or getting comfortable for some sort of rebuttal on the T side is a nice work from Complexity, and they're going to find themselves with rifles, scouts, MP9s, and surely the eco for Navi as they plan to get the AKs out in the third.
Look how much damage Electronic did in that pistol. 300 ADR, essentially. That's nearly 3 kills. You can see how close that dink was on the Glock. Must have been Blame F. Straight out. Nope. Tucking in towards Secret instead. Squeaky.
This would be one of the milking nades situations, you would assume, here from Navi. We can see that they haven't really invested into too much. There's no armor behind any of the individuals on their side, no utility to work off of. All they're hoping for here is that somebody offers themselves up to the god of Counter-Strike and gives them a free deagle kill to get the ball rolling.
God, human sacrifice freaks me out, man. Isn't it weird that
we
as people, for like hundreds of years,
mate,
were just straight up killing each other because we thought some guy in the sky was not going to kill our crops if we didn't?
Weren't we throwing people off of like cliffs to prove if they were witches or not?
Oh, we did. No, we drowned them, and if they drowned, that meant they weren't a witch.
Well,
think about that one for a second.
I guess we proved it.
Wow, she's floating. She's a witch. I told you.
Well, Obo, for now, will be just getting the one. Not the best effort, I have to say, considering there's no armor there. But still, it looks like Poison's making up for the scout connecting, making light work of the unarmored Navi players making their way towards ramp. Remember, it's not a bomb site. He can fall back if he takes a bullet to the face.
I just had a joke to do with the whole witch thing, so I'm going to pretend like we just finished
go on.
that.
Yeah, the witches and the drowning.
I'd be like, yeah, my ex-girlfriend couldn't swim. She's a bit of a witch.
Oh, okay. You see what he's done there.
I mean, I'm not sure it's worth revisiting.
No,
but I'd like to.
But like
still.
As an offhand remark,
yeah,
it would have got an exhale through my nose.
Yeah,
for sure,
okay, cool,
dude.
cool.
And that will be Config confirming it. Complexity pocket himself a nice $1,200 in the back pocket of Config with those SMG frags. We'll get to see that Poison S-Scout connection as well. Just making sure ramp is under lock and key. The second was the crucial one onto the god of Counter-Strike, as we described him in the same round. But now it's time for the real test.
I would hate being Navi going into the first gun rounds, always like skimping on utility, especially from an in-game leader standpoint, because then I'm like, all right, guys, I need you to hit some shots this round.
What's the
please.
call? You can't Molotov hut, you can't do a take as of sorts, and woo, scary stuff. He will fly over the flames and now position himself to deal with anyone that's fancying Squeaky early. Flamey's there for now. This is the lineup I've been trying to get right. It's part of that wall of smokes. There they go, flying through the sky. And you will see that L shape of smokes arriving. It did look like an incendiary was thrown there to create a gap, and I'm not sure if it's worked out. But regardless, no Ts will be using them. I say that just as Electronic slipped the net all the way through to Warehouse. Flame looks like he's going to be checking this. It looks like he's positioning himself to check this as the smoke fades. Electronic has the advantage, but Blame still prevails. That surprises me. I wasn't so expecting that one to go the way of the CTs. Now Complexity, still 5 players are standing. They have conceded ramp room, and that's a very big miss.
Yeah, he actually connected. Boomage goes down to 51, and somehow, some way, he cancels back with the Krieg to the face. Actually, the AK-47. They go down towards lower. It's going to be Obo now, as he'll try and defend with the M4 in hand. They are swarming his position. Good for 1.5. The dink is delivered. It gives him a fighting chance in the round here. Softens up Boomage for this MP9, which will be swinging around first. Boomage needs to be very careful as Config encroaches on his position. It's a be difficult one though. Has to pre-fire this, and Boomage got the angle, takes him down. That should be the round, as we'll see Simple chime in as well. Just Blame F remaining. No real look into the round, and this is going to be Navi giving up the first 2, but we did say round 3 is where they'll bring those AK-47s out, and my God, have they ever worked.
Boomage again with the fragging. Fragging in-game leaders. So very many of them in the server tonight. And we're looking at Complexity's counterpart, saving his Krieg. He'll be saving that, of course. Can't buy it on the CT side. It is a T weapon, 1-shot, headshot, and a scope, which of course makes the defense really have a leniency towards that weapon and preserving it.
curious if they will go for a buy behind this, because BlameF could drop the Krieg over to one of his teammates, or keep it for himself and drop an M4 over to one of his teammates. They have enough to scrape together a buy. It wouldn't necessarily be a full buy. It would be a serviceable buy. But look, the question is right now: do they want to go for a full-on game plan? Do they know that they need certain utility to deal with this T side of Navi? And the answer is very swiftly a yes. But if Blame could find 1 or 2 kills with this, there is always a chance.
And this roof does seem to be only really seeing more action since the CT Kriegs came out. You can jump across those chimneys. Blame was just elevating over the smokes, it seems. For now, the outside smokes are on their way.
They certainly are, Alex. Being deployed now. Deeper outside smokes. Designed to take vision away from the main entrance area. Allow access towards garage or secret. Means you can close out angles close range to the T boxes. Stay as a pack, but wider. Not quite as channeled as you would be with the traditional smokes that lead you towards secrets.
Good nade damage, perfecto. That landed right on his noggin.
So down they go. Another BlameF. Oh, that's a good flash. Not really sure what's happened there.
Bit late.
Lads, I've got him.
I'll
The flash is coming. Well, it doesn't really matter either way. No harm, no foul is what we usually say here. And we'll see the Molotov deployed nice and deep there. For the double doors, and BlameF, well, he'll be able to take Simple down.
It's a crucial frag.
They should be able to snowball lower now. They know where that saved weapon is. The fear should be a little bit less at this current juncture of the round.
Get a bit more loosey-goosey. Flamey, though, he could go down. Flame's got the perfect angle for that fight, and he will get a second frag.
Both are loose. Both guns are very loose right now.
That's a good point. Oh, a very good point. Config's going to retrieve it. There is no Kevlar. It's worth pointing out this will be 2 unarmored AKs heading towards the retake. And now the bomb's gone in. Two of them are partnered up on window side. No smoke, no kit. Surely no hope.
Surely, Alex. I like the way you've got some bated breath there, as we'll see Electronic and Config go toe-to-toe now. Config comes out on top.
He's done
and
it!
it absolutely is going to be enough here. They've pulled it off. Complexity managing to get the defuse in. He is sticking it with conviction, Chad. It looks like he's absolutely fine. I'll have the 10-second music enabled, surely. And there we have it. The defuse comes in as well.
That all started with the saved Krieg of Blame, right? He gets the kill onto Simple, then Flamey's lurking yard, doing his role, steps on out, Blame kills him as well. At that point, it's a 4-on-3 situation. Those AKs aren't picked up. Navi take their time. Eventually, they get into the bomb site. And then Config, he gets 2. How did he get 2 in that door side? I'm not even sure. Like, look, the flash wasn't good enough. Boomich was able to turn away from that.
Yeah. But there was enough chaos going down that the crosshair of the second player was clearly misplaced. Huge from Blame as well. I think it's impressive that he didn't feel the need to rush lower site when he knew that there was a chance that that's where Navi had committed. Instead, he stuck around and caught Flamey. Big stuff from the big man, Blame. 3-1. Puts Complexity in a real golden opportunity to take a lead. Blame's continuing. I talked about early CT Kriegs, and we're seeing great evidence to suggest that Navi are being punished for putting this weapon in the Danes' hands.
Well, well, well. An opening kill. But they have been struggling converting these rounds. BlameF, he's got to do better than that. Given an opportunity for a freebie there, a couple of seconds. The window was open, and he can't find the shots required. He will be answered back there. Barely did any damage as well. 4-on-4. 1 minute on the clock here. CT defense still alive and kicking. They have incendiaries, flashbangs, and 1 smoke. The AWP poison as well. But Navi looking to make their way towards the upper side. CT vent has been mollied. 3-1 for Complexity so far. Huge round. Both teams are broken financially.
Navi running out of time. Name a more iconic duo.
30 seconds. It has to be ramp, I suppose. Or outside?
There's so much utility.
Going up.
Okay.
That makes more
20.
sense.
Config, knife out from Perfecto. That's going to look a little silly.
Right down the vent.
I like that a
That doesn't
lot.
look silly. This looks like 5D chess.
Okay, now the time left actually looks amazing because you'd assume they were going to go towards upper with that play. They've actually got down the vents. No one's even anticipated that being a play. You're going to struggle to even go for this one, Chad. You've got no utility left. You dumped it all towards upper. If they're repositioned with the Kriegs, 3 of them, Navi in the lower bomb side with Simple, Flamey, and Electronic,
Oh,
the hardest
God.
hitting trio in the team as well. This is going to be a difficult one. Surely impossible.
But Simple's
gone.
Yes. Poison with a chance for Complexity, but Electronic in a prime position for a multi-kill. Looking for the transfer, but trade from Obo is so fast, and Flamey yet to frag. This will be his first.
Ooh.
Does manage to evade Obo for the second, but the defuse is not going to be easy for him to avoid.
No time.
No time. Gets the frag,
Good
will
try.
not get out.
Wow, well that's called thinking on feet, I would say.
Yeah.
It was looking woeful for Navi. They were running out of time. They tried outside, they tried lobby, they tried ramp, they pieced it all together and it wasn't working out for them. They had to commit towards the upper bomb, so they traded out 1 kill, but the smoke was down. They saw the opportunity to get down the Venom. With 10 seconds on the clock, they make their way down. The bomb gets planted in the nick of time and the CTs had nothing to do with it. They were all towards upper, dumping their flashbang, their smokes, their molotovs. They were so convinced it was an upper attack and the money. We said it was in a difficult spot, but 2 players had around $5,000, so they have enough for 3 rifles, a pistol, and a scout. They've gone for everything here. It's a huge round once again, and a boost behind the squeaky door. Orange boxes here. Flamey looking for any players transitioning across.
The problem I see here is not the
no.
buy that Complexity were able to string together, but more so the fact that Blame doesn't have a Krieg to defend that yard position with. In the last 2 rounds, even though they lost the previous, he did find some big kills and impact in that side of the map, so I'm not sure how they're going to be able to deal with it this time round.
It's a very good point. Now the advantage firmly on Navi on those aim duels that can happen outside. Electronic just a quick jump to line up his Molotov and we'll get it set up on the secret stairs. Blame reveals his location with some of those tracers shots straight through the smoke. Lineup of that Molotov towards heaven. Could go hut though, and that would really mess Config's day up. Rush going for that close deagle, 2 body shots, just mashing his mouse 1 as soon as he has the center of mass in front of his barrel.
Are they waiting for Electronic to be able to come up the vent to help aid in this top split here? I think they are. So he's getting complete control of C. Oh, he's going for more.
Time 25. And here they go already. Config does manage to find a safe haven on that hut. This could be everything. This could be a whole lot, but still looks like a vent dive after all that. They're doing it again. Config's checking. Dink into Simple, just simply not enough.
This is surely where Navi start to run away with the game. There was so much on the line with this round, and Complexity will have to save once again. A couple of M4s in the Scout. The lower bomb site, notoriously one of the most difficult to retake in the entire game. It's up there with Dust 2 B site, and we will see a 5-on-4. I should say 4-on-3, as the scout shot does come through. They find Boomage at the very least, but they need to hold on to these M4s most importantly.
Can we put our thinking caps on for a second?
I suppose we can.
This Navi late squeaky to low sight play, does it require a shift from Complexity or simply just a case of not having the player low sight prepared enough for those late hits?
Well, that right there is misdirection on so many levels, right? The one that they did before where they were juking around, they showed their face top, they showed their face yard, they went ramp, and then went back to top. That is more because we were casting as it was indecision, right?
Yes.
Complexity are thinking the same thing. But in this scenario right here, with Electronic getting across to Secret, I thought what was going to happen was he'd get Secret, he'd just clear it out, and then he'd make sure nobody could rotate in through main. Instead, he's continued to move forward. My next thought is, okay, maybe they do a top split with him coming up the vent. But really, they're seeing which version, which rotation Complexity had gone for there. How have they rotated lower? Where is the player holding? And because there was no aggression felt by Electronic, they were able to just take that lower bomb site down the vent. I loved it. Everything about that round I loved.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Complexity are loving the situation they're going to find themselves in after this one. They've actually had 3 players down towards lower. We have Flamey watching the extremities in towards lobby. Config holding low up with the USP. He will do very well to inflict any damage with that position. Best of luck to him, though.
Obo's ramp with a rifle. That's pretty much their only hope. Wow. Electronics is so goddamn good. Krieg is only enhancing it.
You see, the thing is, we see it coming, whereas the player, Config on the other hand, he's sitting there, jiggle peeking, nothing. Clear, 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 clear. Next second dead.
Double peeking. Actually, Obo's done well to get that frag. He's kept it level. Bomb down, though, and I'm starting to get a little too trained. When I see that bomb plant lower, I just assume there will not be any more fragging, and this is exactly why, because they will, once again, concede.
Rush does need to try and find an upgraded weapon, though, so... Oh. Oh, there it is.
Blame's just shouting red, and now they can head towards T-spawn.
Hold up a minute.
Flame Dogger.
He's got ears.
And he's got a Galil, so he wouldn't be too afraid to go for a little bit more of a hunt, try and make things real awkward for Rush.
But look to his left. Oh. Oh. They're on the other side of the box from each other. Is he going to clear it? Is he going to clear it?
He's thinking about it. Oh my goodness.
Now you get nothing, my friend.
After all that.
Complexity came in looking so hot here on Nuke. Navi stretching their legs as the rounds continue. They were the heavy favorites coming in. We saw the ranking coming into this game. Complexity ranked 30th, Navi #1. And it might look like a close game right now. If you don't watch Counter-Strike every single day like we do, the T side of Nuke, that's where you're expected to get around 4 or 5 rounds, and that would be considered an okay half. The fact they have it so early on, after losing the pistol, suggests they're going to be running away with this second, or first half, I should say. We'll see what can be done with the Galils, Kriegs, and an upper execution here, and the final commitment.
Oh, Rush, he's so flashy, he won't be able to get the next, but Perfecto does fall to Config without too much more bloodshed. And oh, you rascal, he's actually got a read. Sitting in the smoke for now, not going to be moving too much further, but no, Simple's going to be leaving her. Oh, Simple. You really should not be allowed to hit those, but fast on the trigger and Config surprised. 3v3 then. Level even keel. Obo is an elephant. Descending to lower. He's done all of that very loudly, but perhaps by design. He wants Simple's eyes and ears drawn this way so that Blame can come that way. Big work as a team to get that frag, but now from behind they come. Poison has a good idea. I think he's got the info, got the headshot, and another one to come in as well. 4 for Complexity.
Yeah, really nice stuff there. Great crunch towards the lobby. Blame F especially spotting the gap, managing to make his way through him. We saw Obo just getting that distraction towards the lobby as he comes around the corner there. Manages to get 2 kills, and Poison, lovely finish as well. It was looking quite good for Navi with these simple frags coming through. Config, known to be an aggressive player, gets himself in towards that squeaky door, but Poison saving the day there, making sure they can tie things up at 4-4. So, money still available for Navi. They're going to bring in 4 rifles here, Boomage on the MAC-10, and maybe a faster paced game. We're seeing flashes and Molotovs being thrown towards it out the site. Smoke's down as well. Flamey just getting himself a hole in the door just to make sure he can catch any players out crossing over towards main. Config, we saw him push it previously, this time on top of the hub.
Bit of a deviation from the norm here, putting Poison aggressive secret. Aggressive in air quotes. I still consider this the fact that his body is here to be competitive.
Yeah, it's quite forward. A chance for him to pick on up and clear that yard position and give that information towards his teammate. So we will see that deeper wall of smokes come back out from Navi here as they'll...
Ooh.
Okay, there's a bit of a gap here, but it's not going to matter. As Electronic will take the head off of Poison. The spam will come on through. He's going to get tagged on down, but they have mission success as the phase 1 of the Navi T side is working.
This is a top hit. Or at least that's what I'm saying. That's what Complexity is saying. Config was saying no. Double kill.
And it's down to the 3-on-3. Obo trying to lock them in position. That kill might be enough. Simple, though, fights his way back, but the flank will be coming from ramp. It's Blame F and Obo applying the pressure, leaving Electronic in an impossible scenario here, or an improbable one, I should say. And we'll see just the Molotov, 19 HP. and he'll wait for any kills he can find.
He'll
4-4.
probably just save knowing Electronic.
Considering his loss bonus is going to be at 2,400 next round, he might as well, right? He's going to have an AK armor, Molotov, which is worth a lot more than 2,400 bucks, or 1,900 perhaps. I lost track of it. It says 1,900. It should be. We'll see if it comes in.
Let's see if the Vlads have coded us a winner.
Yeah, it's 1,900.
There
So
you
it's
go.
the one coming up. It's always the one coming up next.
So next round,
Yeah.
if they lose, they'll get 2,400.
There we go.
There we go.
We've worked it out.
We've solved it.
And
It's taken us 20 years,
Yeah.
Chad, but we found it. We worked it out. No, it's just because this new money system where it has the variables of winning and losing, we don't have the full reset anymore. To keep track of it is a dark art itself.
Yeah, and you still managed to do it, Henry, more often than not. It blows my mind.
The thing that we have lost here is obviously the ability to open the scoreboard ourselves as well. So we can't actually check like
before people tell us that happens,
Yeah.
we do it mentally
Check
usually.
the scoreboard, man.
Yeah, this
Sorry,
is
dudes, we don't have a scoreboard.
We got our hands in our pockets.
all in my head most of the time, and that's not a great place to be. Let me tell you.
It's well, you could say it's complex, and well, complexity holding outside.
Outside smokes deployed, just an Electronic Hero AK-47 here, which could be enough, to be honest with you. Flamey at the Deagle armor, still with $2,000. And Boomich, he's got no health.
Nasty way to go. A wild, full spray, a magazine of Krieg bullets thrown through that smoke wall. Electronic the hero. Let's see if he can be set up by his team. Just take note of the spacing of Navi. This is all conscious decisions. So if you're looking to learn, take a look at how they continue to maneuver Electronic into position, likely jiggling. Well, actually sending him in first. They do have Flame with the backup Kevlar. Should this rifle be lost, they'll be able to utilize it effectively with the backup Kevlar vest.
Yeah, right here, Obo's position is very passive. They want to play a sight crossfire. They want them to be the ones to initiate. You open the door, you break the windows, and then we'll fight you. They wanted to give them secret here. They didn't need to do anything else, and now the windows will be broken. That's the warning signal.
And already one out. Obo's going to get caught out by this. He's not acknowledging decon, and now it's going to be simple to find the frag. He did sneak out behind enemy lines.
Remember, one AK-47 and essentially an eco around that. They didn't invest much at all. And now the bomb's down. Simple. And he'll be there with the Desert Eagle. No armor, but he does have position.
There's no way Navi win this, surely. This partial investment. You can still see 3K in their bank, and now Flamey. Oh, I like that they're boosting him over for the elevated angle. And now just down to Perfecto. You call him a clutcher, Hank, but he's only got one frag so far in this round. He needs another 2. Does gobble up the flashbang, which enables the cross of poison. He's going to be responsible for the defuse. Blame to babysit.
Oh, if he had the door open, he's got enough. It could be enough.
Oh,
It could be enough.
oh, he gets the defuse! Couldn't quite find the head. It was a slither of the body of poison. And now that's going to put 6 on the board for complexity. So close, though, to Navi doing the impossible.
Wow, I thought he actually had that. There was a kneecap coming through and there was a few shots fired off. I like the boost in the corner there. Gives you a bit more verticality. Look down the bottom of the steps themselves. Blame F, though, just desperate to try and keep the round alive. Then the defuse comes through and complexity will extend their lead to 6-4. Now they are keeping Navi on a relative leash here after conceding 4 rounds.
It feels very labored, though, right?
Yeah,
they have
it
to work
does.
hard for
Yes.
every single round. But I'd say the same thing could be said for Navi, talking about all these late round fakes that they're doing, keeping complexity guessing at this point.
So, outside we go.
Blamef has really been putting on a clinic on holding outside, and he's done it again alongside Poison. Simple Electronic, 2 of the hard hitters eliminated early. Through the main smoke.
As soon as this expires from Blame, he's going to be in the open. So I would like to see him dropping on back now, but that flash is probably going to keep him sticking around, and he got the info.
He has a suspicion. Saw Boomich sneak away into warehouse. He's going to be Molotov'd out, and now this is terrifying. Nice work from Navi, just forcing and isolating that duel. Obo to fill the gap. Not known to be an AWPer. He had a drop. Very divided, but I think he's made a right choice here. Oh, and allowed to get away, only just anticipating the push, and oh, it wasn't far off. Perfecto challenging as well. We've got some real surprise names on the AWP boys.
Yeah, I was just thinking the exact same thing right there. The 2 newer, or the younger boys in the team.
Woo!
Hold up a second. Obo's making it work. Maybe he's an AWPer after all.
We'll see what he can do, Chad. The flashbang hits him right in the face, and so...
Oh, he's lived with the nade?
He's
I was
got
about to
4
say it was the
HP.
HE. I was like, how is he not dead? They're landing on his doorstep, but now the bullets do it. It's Boomich looking to close things out. Complexity, keep the dream alive. There's time to recover the AWP. I don't know how that nade doesn't kill him.
Bit deep, Henry.
A little bit too deep. It can be a problem sometimes, but
Same
for
with
now,
the Molotov they threw in yard. It was a little bit too deep, but they're still able to take down Blame.
Yeah. 7. Are you, if you're playing MEF right now, are you saying that's good enough? Like, not that's good enough, but are you already starting to feel like you stand a solid shot on your T side?
No.
It needs to be significant versus Navi.
You want 11.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I don't think that there's a number here that they should be happy with, right? Like, as many rounds as you possibly can. Because I think the Navi CT-sided wall, if given a buffer, right? If Navi gets 6 rounds on this T side, and even if they lose pistol, they're able to bounce back into the game. I start to get worried, but this is great by Complexity. They keep doing this.
Yeah, this is fantastic. You can't even attempt to go to secret here.
Wow.
They've done, this is what we're talking about, the preparation. But unfortunately, you can prepare as much as you like against Navi. They have got the best players within their ranks, even with Galil's in hand, with massive gaps in the smoke and all the advantages you could possibly ask for. They will find a way through.
Yeah, that first kill from Electronic was everything. Poison's just going to be slamming his desk. They did everything right to completely nullify such a huge investment of Navi utility. There's 3 smokes, flashes, Molotovs invested into that outside take, and still their feet. A couple more rounds of this first half of our final map of the day.
I feel like they'll get it right now because $2,000 per player suggests the full eco. Great theory here, Chad, from the incendiaries being thrown, blocking all the smokes, but ultimately led to their demise.
Yeah, I'm just revisiting that. Look, it was right down to the details there because Navi were actually throwing their own smoke wall that had a Molotov drop to make sure that their first smoke landed perfectly. It was the second one that they didn't account for there. And that, if they did, that would be a heavy amount of utility invested just for the wall.
That is a game of chess in itself out there. We are going to see Config dropping down the vents just for suggestion. He just wants to let them know there could be someone already down in that position. That's why he makes the clunky drop instead of hitting the ladder. Boomich has been taken to 57. He is currently working towards outside the looks of things, and Electronic is as well. Poison with the scout. This is just oh, actually, I beg your pardon. I assume they're eco on $2,000. They've actually fully invested in with Eagles, the scouts, and in terms of loss bonus, they get 1,900 next round. So they were bottom of the barrel in terms of loss bonus. That's why they had to invest this round. So it does make sense. It all adds up, but it's not a great time for this round to come through because you will be full eco if you give this one up, and that's going to lead you to a 7-7 scoreline against Navi on Nuke.
Yeah, that's no fun for anyone, other than, of course, Navi. Full force by Desert Eagles to defend against the Kriegs, AK-47s, and a Galil. Stacked against North American international mix.
Doesn't sound doable, really, does it, when you put it that way?
It certainly doesn't, but crazier things have happened today alone. And here we are, the magic number. Once we get to about 25, Navi tend to do something ridiculous, and off we go again. Incendiary towards CT vent. Will they drop? Will they commit? Rush stands his ground and wait for Config to fall, but already a double. And that's the bomb. 15 seconds, Obo's found the bomb. What do you do? What do you do? It's Blame trying to survive. Now Obo, 8 seconds. He's scarpering to try and find himself a way out. He'll only get the one.
Good effort. Great effort.
I'm going to be a little bit critical of him right there. I don't know why he didn't turtle up next to the Tetris box, right? He knew that he took down the bomb. He knew that there wasn't enough time to go lower.
I guess he thought they'd be running behind him in huts, and that's all he could really do. He obviously doesn't have the information we do. It's a very high-octane situation, but yeah, I guess he could have just turtled up. But one kill, it felt like enough, but the swing was coming in regardless, right?
And now the full eco to follow.
And this is where things start to fall apart.
Oh, I love that.
That's an easy one. We can have that.
You guys need to get your jump lines worked out.
I got it all sorted.
Got it all sorted, bro. Done.
Sign us up. We're ready. Tap us in, coach. And if you did miss that, by the way, during what was essentially, I think, about 4 or 5 words, the round is over. Navi converting the full eco, and we do see now round 15, our final round of this attacking half for Navi, and they have got 5 of the scoped T rifle. Haven't seen many AWPs on Poison this CT half. He's been having to make sacrifices throughout.
The money has been a bit of an issue for him. 9 kills to his name, not exactly dropping off because of it. Rush has, though, one of the riflers of the squad, 3 and 10. In a very close game here, could be the difference maker. Flamey working with that Krieg. Every member of Navi is at this point. Managed to find their way back into this half, looking to take it in the last round here.
Maybe this is the Astralis last round Krieg buy again, you know, like they know they don't have to worry about giving any up. They feel like they're all comfortable picking it up. All that extra cash as well, lots of reasons.
With the importance right here of this series, of this map, and the contrast of the group here, Navi have to be feeling very comfortable with 7 T-sided rounds. Complexity have to be sweating.
Lots of pauses here from Navi, just waiting out all of that CT utility. I say all of that, not much left. Config's done some great work from Hut. He's going to have to do it again, but not today. Perfecto out Hut will not go unchecked, and already we're seeing the advantage for Navi extended every step they take. And from behind, Electronics there to receive. There was a Molotov waiting, and perfect coordination and execution puts the win on Navi. They will win the half, albeit by the smallest of margins. We'll see if they can close it out or if Complexity have got an attack of their own when we come back. Navi Complexity, final half, third map, hot match of the day. Winner continues their dreams of ESL Pro League Stage 2. Loser puts their head in their hands. And, well, that's exactly what Rush is doing. He heard the memo, don't touch your face, and he was like, screw you guys. I've got cool hair.
And he's your skin expert as well, so if you've got any facial questions, make sure you send them in his direction. Drink some H2O and get yourself ready for the next half here. As we get into it, it's going to be right down the middle, 8-7. Complexity switch over to the T side, though, Chad. They're going to have to show us that tactical depth to stand a chance here, I would say.
Yeah, do you reckon Rush has got that toucher, or probably not?
Toucher, okay, moisturizer. I think you might do, actually. Yeah. It's looking pretty tidy over there, if you ask me, as we get into round 1 of the second half.
Okay.
Molotovs, smokes, any PD50s out there suggest they won't go outside. CZ. Oh, simple CZ for Hut. I like that.
He's been doing this a lot. He loves that CZ CT side. Where are they off to? Vent dive, perhaps. Where's that bomb? Back of Poison. First two in to clear it out. Perfecto does tuck in towards Shadow. Ooh, back and forth, a 1-for-1. No complaints from Complexity. Now perhaps they start to whinge and whine because Rush has gone down and Blame is on somewhat of a dank flank. May not be prepared for the CT vent player though, and Flamey did catch a bullet. Now he's got a good adjustment, and he knows where Simple is as well. Config pushing in will finish off the damage onto Flamey, and Complexity, the bomb is still not down. Poison went down, and the bomb just got scooped up by Oboe, excuse me, to make it happen.
Simple and Boomich now to reclaim the bomb site, and that's a good start. Maybe a few too many bullets used, but still looking okay. They've got a lot of work to do. Blame F waiting in the vents here. Config towards Shadow, just hoping to whittle down this clock. CT's made the way through. This is the kill that really matters, and he really does a good job there. But it's Simple now, left in the 1 versus 1. He's going for the full-up defuse here. Does Config hold his nerve? It's Blame F, I beg your pardon, but it will be a fantastic shot from the USB to close things out, and it will be Complexity picking things up.
I've seen this one many a time before, boys. You know what happens? Navi force buy.
Win the round.
Navi get in a force buy cycle. They find themselves 4 or 5 rounds down in the start of the half. We think that Complexity have a chance to win. Eventually, Simple gets the AWP in his hands. They pick up a Krieg or 2, and then they close the game out in probably a 16-12 fashion.
I have to say, it does sound eerily true.
Yeah. I've seen it with Navi especially, time and time again. They always love going for this force, right?
Missed the old smoke there towards main entrance. Boomich will be fine for now. Happy to sit behind the flames. So 4 MAC-10s, a single Krieg. What is the approach here from Complexity? Focusing their efforts to outside, potentially get down towards Secret, keep those close-range battles going. They've opted for more utility. They're a tactical team. Those are the outside smokes. Don't necessarily have to go out with them. They just want to force rotations here. Going to send 1 player down with a Molotov towards Secret. And that really hasn't worked out too well.
Good start.
It's a fantastic start for Boomich. He's holding that tight line and does force out more utility, but heading towards ramp, and already Simple does manage to position himself where he needed to be. He disappears up the ladder as Oboe arrives to check it. A reminder that there is a Krieg in play. That's Poison. 3 MAC-10s. Still everything pointing towards Complexity's advantage here. Blame F, his timing on these outside flanks have been so good. However, Perfecto close quarters gets 1.5. Softens him up for the Simple scout, but now Simple has been softened up himself, down to 43, 3v3. And the nade is perfect from Oboe.
It absolutely is.
Looks like a heat seeker.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to help him out too much, though. Ooh.
Poison. 1 HP.
I don't know which way this round's going. If this kill comes in for Blame, it should be enough now. 2 versus 1, Blame F. With it all to do, he's holding towards heaven right now. I'll have to play like a god at this stage. The bomb's down. It's ticking away. The defuse comes in. There are no kits. He makes his way through. And that is going to be, you're right, as there's absolutely no chance of winning the round. He's going to make sure he closes things out. They make the round very expensive on the CT side here, but he gets a Krieg.
Now, watch Navi force buy again.
You're probably dead on there. The fact they've saved a Krieg, the shotguns might come out here, the Nova for Simple, perhaps. That's normally what happens there. I bet he gets the Nova. Come on.
He does, like, he's got a bit of a penchant for the shotgun.
He's the only player really bringing it out.
There we go, MP9. Here, the buy's coming in. So then they lose this round. Then they have to take a save.
So shotgun for Simple. I got the shotgun wrong, but it's the auto shotty.
Where's he taking it? Up the ladder or straight to ramp? Okay.
Oh, I like this, though.
Interesting choice. Is he going secret with that?
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, that works. See what complexity you're going to be bringing into this one, though.
This here, Alex, what you're seeing them do by getting up on that position, I don't know what you guys call it. I forget what we called it back in my team. Yeah. Reverse, I think we named it.
Reverse,
I don't know why we named
okay.
it reverse. I'm pretty sure we called it reverse. That position right there is a traditional position you'll see teams take when they think they're going up against a lobby crunch from pistols, right? Because you have the elevation, you're also able to pivot and help everybody else out. Have one guy passive towards lobby. So maybe for complexity, they don't expect the full buy coming out of Navi here that we can see.
Flamey looking to hold ramp with his MP9. Of course, hold, bit of a strong word. It will be more of a early warning system. And, well, Electronic is the one to react. He's smartly getting away from that one. That's nice.
That was fight or flight. Could have gone for the full spray there, the commit and play, but I don't think that would have worked out for him. This is going well for Flamey so far. The auto shotgun have gone past him, and he knows that he's got the bomb down. It's a simple shotgun as he brings it into a 4-on-2 scenario. 30 seconds remaining as well. Knows there's one on the ramp. Damage towards Obo. Maybe outstays his welcome there, but still does significant damage to the young man. 25 seconds remaining. They have to go towards lower. Blame F knows it, but he has threaded the needle down towards the vent. Should be a guaranteed frag here, but Boomich has read it well. Absolutely eviscerates him as we find ourselves in a 3-on-1 for Obo. There's surely no chance. He'll have to make noise. He has to try and get this bomb down, and Boomich will deny everything. It's a fake run at that. Good effort, but Boomich steals it away. What a deagle headshot that was towards Blame.
Blame is always behind Navi. He's clearly doing something right, but Boomich just laughs it off, shrugs it off with his Desert Eagle, and Navi do break complexity with this force buy.
You can see how much pressure Boomich was under, right? Because he was looking in both positions, having to get the timing to go his way. The fact it did, that's one thing. Hitting the shot, that's another, right? A Deagle one tap, I'm sure we've all had plenty of those when we were playing deathmatch or a matchmaking game or something. To hit it in this kind of a high-pressure environment, good stuff to Boomich.
Very nice indeed. And that might be enough to just light the lead for Navi. They've only got Deagles and armor.
Simple with the most powerful gun available in his arsenal, and he's making very light work of it. We're going to see the first couple of kills come through, and maybe a couple more, Alex.
Yeah, these Kriegs just shredding. He's got that spray read, though. He's just so comfortably spraying away. Not even having to tap. Most people reside themselves to tap when scoped in, but ooh,
hello.
Talking of taps, Blame one tap into Simple. Does manage to get one into the kneecaps as well.
Is the Deagle headshot the most rewarding kill in the game, you reckon? Or is it the USP on pistol rounds?
It's up there.
USP, one-on-one, one tap.
Okay.
When the bomb's down.
Feels pretty nice.
That's when you close it out, and they peek their head over a sandbag or something, you pick it off, you make it look stylish, you've got plenty of time to defuse. I think that's the best.
It's some ballsy pushing from Boomich, and they will preserve both Kriegs. CT Kriegs working wonders on Nuke again. Quick recap for you. This was the second kill. This is what I'm talking about. It's just the spray control. That's a headshot, by the way. That's a headshot.
It's so sick to watch, like, the fact that the player's actually done a backflip up there because the game can't keep up with how quickly he's killing everyone. Shouldn't be possible, of course it is. Blame F, 103 ADRs so far. His average damage has been exceptional, but it's not quite enough to give them the lead just yet. 10-9 as they take the full eco, $2,000 per player. Loss bonus will be coming in at $2,400 next round, so they have to take the full eco here. Hopefully they get the bomb down. Very difficult to happen on Nuke, but let's see what they can do. Perfecto, Boomich, making light work of them, I have to say, and here comes the Desert Eagle as well. Just one Glock and no kills found. Perfecto takes the most damage, 3 kills for Boomich, and a very clean one for Navi. Looking closer and closer to series victory here. Rush is still on 3 frags. As about 20 minutes ago, I noticed that.
He's had a quiet. I was going to say game, but I think maybe series, actually. Let's double check.
So's Flamey as well. He's only got 7 kills.
Bringing up the overall fragging total chart.
There he is himself. Rush major champion. Now finds himself playing in complexity. A player that was in a little bit of a tough spot for around a year after the major. Didn't seem to find himself within a team that really made sense. His role was undefined as the game developed. We weren't really sure where he'd end up. Brought into complexity to bring that veterancy, that power. And so far in the third map, he hasn't delivered, but there still is time on this T side. He's known for his entry frags, and we'll have to start stepping things up at this point as we get into round number 21. Complexity on the back foot as Navi look to close out the series.
Veterancy, velocity, and venom from Rush. And I'm not talking about that terrible movie. Blame, he's about to meet Simple. And he's not looking the right way. The perfect flashbang. This is a common setup from Navi. And Simple once more. He's going to throw his own flash this time, trying to bait Config in. No, dear.
Very greedy, but you can't argue with Simple's decision-making at this point.
You really cannot. Oboe spotted by Electronics Jiggle, and we'll take a little bullet to warn him of that. So just to kind of note, this is something we saw a lot from Navi's CT side. It's a very common setup. You said Electronic and Simple hold outside, but the nice setup they tend to do once or twice a half. Simple goes secret fast, Electronic sits by box, and will throw those flashes when they suspect this player's setting up by red.
Oh, I even telestrated that one.
Yeah, I think that's how I know it.
I just had a flashback.
Like, yeah.
Wait, I did do that.
Yeah.
I think it's pronounced Katowice, guys,
Yeah.
just to be clear.
Yeah, Katowice.
Then Dobre, Katowice. The atmosphere here is electric. Shout out to Sean Charles.
That was improbable. Let's get into the round.
This
Rush.
one is improbable.
Yes, indeed. Well, the bomb down, and that's
never
only
mind.
his fourth kill. I don't think he'll be doing much with this, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to hype it up just yet, but we'll see how it develops. Flashbang to the face only hinders his efforts further. We are going to see the bomb there, but still no chance to plant it. This is all in vain, really. If anything, he's just...
Don't die after the time, whatever you do.
Yeah. He'll still get the fourth stage loss bonus, which is 2,900. But Navi seem like they're in a bit of cruise control right now. Simple lighting them up at the start. The double spray down. Could have fallen back there. 5-on-3 could have got out of there. Of course, stayed for more. But they still win the round. So
They got 3 Kriegs now?
Yeah, they do. Which is quite good, actually.
Yeah,
I would say.
5 is the best.
5 is the best.
3 is like more than half.
Yeah.
They haven't
pretty good.
Have you noticed that we haven't really seen a Navi orbital nuke whatsoever so far? Like, it's just been just straight up rifles.
Yeah, don't need it.
Don't need it.
I like that approach.
Me too. On nuke, it's such a nimble. You need to be able to nimble, right? You don't want to be a scenario where I can't help you in this retake. I can't get down the vents. You got 5 amazing world-class rifles here. The orb not required, certainly situational, and will work for some teams. But Navi doing very well so far. Up against just PD50s, CZ and a Deagle here. Shouldn't be much to write home about.
Good timing from Flamey on that.
Oh, someone just perfecto fell from the heavens, and he's not an angel, but he's on Hellraisers.
Fallen angel. Lucifer. Simple is the devil double. Poison does manage to connect him with the P250, but I'm afraid that's going to be just a case of preservation with that Krieg. Electronics already... Oh, he's actually anticipating
he has no idea. Electronic has no idea. Poison heard this because he heard the scope.
And now he can punish Boomich. Now look to trade into Electronic. He's just so damn quick. Quick adjustment of his crosshair. Round 1 by Navi. Saying that, playing effort will go down, and so now just down to Oboe, who is, well, alone. Isolated, uncomfortable. As are we all.
Well, yeah, Trace is saying I was born alone, I'll die alone. So I guess Oboe's probably...
Were you born alone?
Well...
It's usually quite
a medical team.
It's kind of a team effort, actually. Yeah.
This is a whole operation.
Well, you have to... What we're saying is...
I get what he's saying.
It goes a bit deeper.
Yeah.
But you're right, there is definitely one other person involved.
Certainly.
And I don't know if you necessarily die alone either. Like, I mean, I don't plan to die alone. I plan to die, you know, surrounded by my loved ones that I've slowly, over the many years that I've lived, created relationships that mean that they're sad when I die.
I'm trying to push mine away. So your approach seems a little bit different to
Yeah,
mine.
I want to feel another human being caring about me as much as, you know, I'm capable of caring about someone.
Okay, well, that's a unique take, and I'm sure we can speak more about that in the drive home.
Yeah, let's do it. For now, we are going to be seeing the initial exchanges of utility. A fast Molotov towards main in exchange. Blame actually wants to accelerate. He wants to go down those vents. Where is Rush with that bomb? Because Blame's already making a whole lot of space. He is going to be taking it outside. I wonder if he's going to commit with the bomb walking there. It does seem like the rest of his team are going to be setting him up. This is feeling quite Navi-esque. Swap Electronic for Blame, and you've got yourself the outside take. Will they go main on this one? Up fence.
Oh, we like this, Chad. We always enjoy this
Whoa.
position. It's always a bit of a crowd pleaser. It's slowed down the efforts towards Secret, but only good for the 1 kill. They're starting to show a bit of discipline, a bit of restraint now on the Navi side, not absolutely swinging for the fences in every single encounter. So they are going to reel it in. They know they're down towards lower. Complexity have been out right here. They don't have the resources to even consider falling back. They have to go down lower. This is, in my mind, a guaranteed 100% round for Navi. There should be no way.
100%. And last time we said, surely Config had a mad one.
Logic dictates that
Presumably.
this should be improbable. That's all I'm saying at this stage. Is Flamey will be hopefully shutting this one down as I put my reputation online this one. We'll see Electronic working towards a round from an Oboe. He does look like he's in a bit of a naughty position here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, I'll be honest with you.
Dear.
2 on 2 here. Navi's done to give it up. 25 seconds now. They have no resources, remember. That's what we are talking about. But still, of course, it will be a complexity round as Perfecto left in a 2 versus 1. Some way, somehow, they've made this one work. They still need to plant the bomb, which they will do. Good grenade to soften him up. Config surely taken down with a swing. It barely does any damage, though. First kill comes through. He's over the clutching, but he can't pull it off. And his complexity out of nowhere, a round that seemed impossible, they managed to find double digits. And I eat my words and a big slice of humble pie.
Yeah, let me get you a knife and fork for that. That's insane. Look at this from Config. Using that gap in the doors from the initial spray. This duel was kind of where the round was won. Admittedly, Oboe was the one with the lion's share of the fragging. And that kill onto Electronic's descent of ramp, just the timing was sweet.
Can we come up with a code if the door has a hole in it like that?
Yes.
Let's call it Batman.
Batman?
Yeah, I remember when I'd eat my salami, I'd bite into it and make a mask,
And that was a bat.
and I'd hold it up and I'd be like Batman.
That's adorable.
This was...
Last year?
Yeah, last year, actually. My 30th birthday.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That must have been fun. Oh, he's Batmaning again, guys.
Oh, now I've remembered what I did for my 30th birthday. All right, hold on. This is the hot match. Let's focus
How's
on
the
this one.
Gamescom?
You're at my place, man.
Yep. what a birthday
You guys
that
not
was.
sick of
What a
each other
great-
yet?
What a great time that was. It was a great birthday. to be
For
fair.
another time. Simple is going for the fight, traded immediately as he pulled the trigger, and Oboe lingering in the smoke has found it looks like a guaranteed 11th. Flamey is on the low side, and we do see that majority of complexity are all starting to congregate towards that A site. Bomb will be going down thanks to Config's best efforts. And yeah, well, Flamey, just a matter of time here. It looks like Poison should find him. Ooh, spots him.
Didn't say he necessarily would, but it is going to be Flamey to survive this time. AK-47 picked up, money low. Navi were in cruise control, but now everything's starting to break down.
Yeah, they're careening off the A14 now.
Flamey now will be holding strong with the AK. Do they want to invest any more players to try and take him down? The resources have been a problem on the T side. They've had to fight tooth and nail even to get themselves in a position where it looked likely they could come back into this game. They've done it, but Oboe, he still wants a crack at it, but it does work out.
With
The
the
call has
Glock.
been come through that obviously he's been tagged up, and the Glock headshot is delivered effectively. 21 kills for Oboe.
This is starting to feel a little scary for Navi. Yes, it felt like cruise control, and I think we all could see that Navi were poised to run away with this game. But it does seem that that one impossible, improbable, all of the descriptive words that Henry regurgitated as the 2v4 was locked in. But Oboe, with 3 kills, managed to secure complexity with this impossible round. Flashing top site, they're going in on this. They've got Mac 10s. I'm
Like
feeling
it.
frisky, and so is Config. He's feeling real naughty into the site now. Dinks, Perfecto's only going to get 1, and complexity should have 12 in a matter of seconds.
Hold on, Alex.
Oh no!
Hold
I've
the
done
phone.
it again!
It's actually falling apart here. You've done it this time. It's 1-1 on the caster table. Chad, do you want to have a go?
I don't even know where half of those kills came on in just then.
Remember that Simple?
Woo!
That's absolutely nuts. He holds towards main entrance and the lobby, then swings around, takes the bomber down. Electronic and Simple just slam the dumpster door shut.
That was 4 between the two of them.
Yep.
Perfecto got the first to open things up, and then these two, the Bash brothers, they went, that's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Just after I finished my monologue about Navi getting derailed by a Complexity hero round, they have one of their own.
Oh dear. Well, there's something to fight for right now as Group B is split wide open.
Oh, blame.
Both teams definitely need this victory if they want to have any chance in getting out of this group. Things are getting very, very messy. We'll dive into that a little bit more tomorrow as Complexity dive down secret and they want to accelerate to the lower bomb site.
So much noise for Flamey to process and communicate. He does have Simple in support. Watching towards Decon. Simple takes a nade and a bullet in quick succession. Now the Molotov arrives. Complexity heading in good stead for this inner sight. The flashes are going to catch Boomich playing on the edge of the smoke, but they frags are coming in thick and fast.
It's insane what's going on here on Nuke so far. This is where Complexity should be able to confirm things, but if this game is anything to go by, maybe not. He just gives himself up. Perfecto realizes he's made a mistake there.
Watch the adjustment from Navi now. They have to have somebody as an early warning system in secret to delay that, right? Because what they're doing is they're just trying to hold them in the doors, and when they come out, set up these janky crossfires to take advantage of the chaos. But you can see all that utility coming out from Complexity. This is the nade that came on through to kill Simple. Look, Config was definitely not planning on having the nade land there. It's Simple had pushed on forward and got caught under his feet. But I do believe that when we see Navi get back on guns, they've gone for a force buy. What on earth are we witnessing?
Oh, it's a Simple AWP. That's enough for them to be believers. And Electronics lost half his health.
They want to make it interesting. They want to give us every single round possible.
This has got overtime written all over it.
It does. I was about to say the same thing. But the way the Electronic and Simple are playing right now, you can't really argue with the results they're finding with these pistols and SMGs. Lots of damage inflicted, though, towards Electronic and 4 in hand. They've got 3 smokes, 2 incendiaries, no kits. Complexity have done very well at exploiting some of the holes in the defense here. Rush keeping his head held high. 5 and 22 right now. Not numbers we're used to seeing from him. Smokes towards outside. Similar to the Navi approach. Different variations of this setup, and for now, just one player outside. The in-game leader, BlameF, trying to look for any information that he can relay to his teammates for their cue to execute towards either up or a ramp. Looks to be the form-up. And here we go. Nade goes in. Perfecto to strike first.
Oh, we can see the fingers of Obo. Can't get his weapon out in time, but Obo still lives to fight another day. Flamey's frag, however, was permanent. Rush will be watching as round 27 transpires. Perfecto does eventually get his frag as Grey Screen Poison walks
we got
in.
him.
And this is just chaos. As finally the dust settles and the fragging takes a short hiatus, we will see a 1v2 for Blame, but Simple from Heaven. He descends and secures 15. They've
Well,
done
Chad, it all worked out for him.
They did it. They get away with it again.
It shouldn't work, but it does. And it does because the players on this Navi side are so goddamn scary. Simple as 1 kill away from 30 frags to his name. We've got Boomich up there on 20, Electronic on 22, Perfecto with 17. This is his best map of the series so far. And now they're 1 round away from keeping their Pro League hopes alive. We do have all the teams from all the groups playing tomorrow simultaneously for Group A and Group B to work on out who's going to be coming on through. But right here in the last round, or potentially the last round, it's going to be a bit of a misdirection wall of smokes as Blame probably wants to round the corner into main.
Blame, main, Perfecto, insane. A double kill. And this one is all said and done. Flamey confirms it. It will be Navi taking the series and keeping their hopes and dreams of an EPL Season 11 Stage 2. Complexity dreams dashed, but so goddamn close across a 3-map series. They, of course, took 1. Dust 2 wasn't too bad, and we're going to be talking all about it when we come back.
tough. That's how we know when we level up. Hey, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouth. The chosen one they call, I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking codes. But your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Stepping in, elevator. Listen to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I found out I'm not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. We are fearless when we fight and not afraid to. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go.
The end of the day, it's time to break down our final game of the day, Navi Complexity. And within it, it houses Mountain Dew Amp Gain Fuel Power Plays. We ask you to cast your vote and let us know which one of these you think takes the cake. First up, we do have none other than Boomich. The man delivered in such a high capacity. Of course, if you're interested into how you're supposed to do it, it did tell you just there, twitter.com/ESLCS. I said Boomich, and I meant it. A 4K as they pushed through that grey screen smoke that he himself had thrown.
And moving on, Alex. Oh, do we break this one down, don't we? A little bit first one?
I don't know. I was rather
You can move on
keep
with it.
going.
Keep going the floor, you guys are
let's go.
expert. All right, we'll keep it going.
I'm feeling it.
Keep it going. All right, then we move on to Poison, who is spitting pure venom on the A side here of Dust 2. This was a remarkable play. It got the team back into things here. He started to wake up. It was a quiet series from him, but he kept the dream alive on Dust 2 and actually found them their first round on the board there, chat.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark with this one and say it's Mr. Blame F coming on in with, I'm going to say, that 1-on-3 situation over there on Dust 2. Now, there was an opportunity for Complexity to get back into the game, and this man right here was delivering
The round after, just to note that, after the Poison play.
Yeah, so look, he's a big man. He's got some big frags, and that was a round that went in vain, I suppose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I was opening my notepad, checking my config, because configuration of a ridiculous round. Check this one out. He gets the first two, but this is where I think it gets spicy. An adjustment into Perfecto that no one saw coming.
No armor. Note that right there on the HUD, ladies
Good
and gentlemen.
point.
He's picked that AK up on a save round off the back of Blame F, getting 2 kills with a saved Creek in the yard position. Unfortunately for Complexity, not good enough here this evening.
Hashtag Game Fuel Power Play. It's nice and easy at ESLCS. Let us know which one you think takes the cake. I'll be asking these guys once we get those results locked in with your final answers. And while you guys are computing and submitting your final answers, I'm going to ask these boys for theirs. Guys.
If I had to choose, for me, the Blame F 1v3, I think just considering the context of being 7-0 down, having to have that one big all performance from Poison come through, it looked like they were shattered, they were done for. 1v3, they weren't going to bounce back. Just the context of that, I think that was the biggest play out of all of them.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the config one based on the lack of armor and the fact that that setup they had within that door position was kind of ready for multiple members, right? Because they had one guy waiting on the stairs, they had one guy in the well of the door. He even was able to dodge the flash, and config comes down. Then to even get the planter and get the defuse, I think that was a pretty big play. But if I have to pick the one which is most likely going to win, right? If you've had, I would say Boomich's one wins because people like those kind of spray down clips. That's what the people at home. That's the action they like.
Yeah, 4 people running at you and just one-man army spraying it, Scarface style.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
No, neither have I, but I know the reference.
Okay.
Navi complexity scores are on your screen. And most notably for me is the underperforming duo. We saw this throughout the entire series. Perfecto and Flamey. But do you know why they get away with it? It's because, Chad, you've been saying it all day long. Navi have the individuals to get over a lot of the same things we would be critical of in other Counter-Strike teams. Yes, Perfecto and Flamey may have been relatively quiet, but Boomich, Flamey, and Simple all delivering in buckets, spades, and JCBs.
Absolutely true, Alex. You can see the highlights coming through. Simple, certainly getting it done. Definitely had some quiet moments as well on Dust 2. He didn't post a frag for what? It felt like 10, 12 rounds.
Stretch or something like that.
But he went to town here on Nuke. Electronic as well. Perfecto, we call him the big clutcher. Didn't seem to have any monumental clutches today. Quite a quiet performance for him. It needs to start stepping up his individual game, I would say, in terms of those numbers. It seems like he's right down in single digits more often than not, but obviously the team will always say he's playing his role, he's doing what he can, he's there when they need him.
Yeah, has to be the most flexible member of this unit, right? Everybody else, like Flamey's moving back over and doing some more secondary AWPing with this change. But yeah, Simple, the big man, plus 22 overall, is so good when your sidekick of Electronic shows up.
Only 10 sniper kills over the whole series. We didn't really have to see the AWP at all, which is what we noted on Nuke there.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder whether or not he has been honing his Krieg craft, because I swear to God I haven't seen that much Krieging from Simple before. In the spray control and the scope, it just looks phenomenal. Navi, keep your eyes on them, because they are still now within arm's reach of staying competitive.
Remember that, this is a must-win for both teams, Chad, right?
Yeah.
So complexity, if I'm not mistaken, their chances now completely ruined of getting to the stage 2 of Pro League.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go ahead and say it's extremely unlikely if there was any mathematical chance to a tiebreakers, etc. At this point, it becomes very, very difficult. I'm going to go, look, I don't have the league ops in my ears right now, but I would say probably not.
Yeah, I can understand your hesitance because there's someone with a spreadsheet open who's ready to write an angry